In this blog, we will see how to design a user input form for a web application using Flutter. So, in our previous tutorials, we have seen how to create a basic web application using Flutter, and also we have discussed the features regarding Flutter version 2.0. So, I suggest you to go through those tutorials to have a good understanding on this particular topic now. And if you are having a basic knowledge regarding the Flutter web apps, you can just skip those tutorials and continue this particular tutorial. We just start by importing our material.dart package here, and here we will be initializing our void main, and inside which we will be considering our default class my app. So why I'm saying it to be a default class, it's right inside the test directory you will be having a widget underscore test dot file. So here it will be waiting for this particular class to be declared, and of course if you specify any other name for the class also, it will not stop your execution, but it shows a warning here. Here you can see a warning symbol kind of it will be showing. So I'm just considering the same my app class for this particular tutorial now. So we are creating this my app class and extending it to a stateless widget here. So we have got a build widget here, so we will be returning a material app here, and inside which we can provide a home, and for which I am trying to provide a form class here. So I am specifying another separate class form here, and now we will be declaring one more stateless widget, that is form, and for this one I will be returning a scaffold here. So here you can see whenever we have declared the scaffold, it is showing the set of parameters that is available for us to be designing using the scaffold here. So if you are using a Windows, you can just tap on the control button and click on the particular widget, and for the Mac users, click on the command button and tap on this particular widget here. So here you can see the list of parameters. It will be displayed. Using the scaffold, we can make all these customizations in our application here. So for every application we will be using app bar and body, so these are the default things, and the remaining are the optional parameters here, like a floating action bar and navigation drawer. So all these things we will be using depending upon our application requirement, but app bar and body is the basic things which we will be mostly using in our application. So now actually this is a web application, but I am just considering app bar to show you how similar the code looks like in your mobile to the web browser here. So I am adding an app bar, and inside which I can provide the title for the app bar using a text widget here. So just I am naming it as a web form here, and for the body I'm considering a container here. So inside the container, let us declare the child, and here I will be going to consider a column here. And you might get a doubt as a fresher, like why you are adding a container. It's a container is also a widget and column is also a widget. So why? Because container is a single child layout here, and also using the container we can provide the width and color. So all these parameters we can provide with the help of the container, and using the column and row there are multi-child layouts here. So here you can see we can add a children here. So which expects one or more widgets to be specified inside it. So now, so far so clear. Let us try to run this particular code and see the output before getting any further. So out of the drop down, check the Chrome web option, and here try to run the code. So if you are a beginner for designing the web apps using Flutter, you might face some errors. Do let me know in the comment section below, or just try to visit my previous tutorial on web app introduction, and also make sure you are using the latest Flutter SDK so as to avoid any issues regarding the web application. So here it is showing us a message waiting for the connection from debug service on Chrome. So a Chrome browser will be opened inside which our application will run. So here our web browser is opened, and here you can see the URL localhost, and inside which our application is also built. And so we have not specified anything in our container, so it's completely empty now. And we will try to remove this debug tag also here, banner false. Okay, so now inside the column we just want to take the user input, so I am specifying a text form field here. So inside you can have these particular parameters, but we will be just considering the input decoration for now. So specify the decoration inside which the input decoration, and you can specify a hint to the user. So just like username, and one more field we can specify, just I'm copying and pasting it here so as to avoid any delay. And here password, email ID, and one more is like mobile number. So here you are getting some errors because we have not added the comma here. So after every widget you need to add a comma here. So that's the way you segregate each widget. So now just save the code, and here on the web browser it will automatically get refreshed, and you can see our code is now. So here this is a basic view, but just we want to add some icons to this particular form field now. So I am considering a widget list style here. Why list style? Because here we can specify an icon here. We can specify the icons here. So I am just considering the account circle icon to display the user here, and the second parameter we can consider is title, and for the title just I'm going to cut the text form field here and add it over here and remove the comma. And now try to refresh the view, and here you can observe how our list style will look like. So here we are having an icon on the left hand side, and on the right hand side we are having a text form input field using which we can specify the user inputs. And also let us make the same for the every field now. So I'm just skipping the video now. You can just follow the procedure which we have done for the username, and you can add the other tiles also. So yes, we have added all the list styles now. So inside which we have specified the text form field, and try to refresh the view, and now you can see we can get the all the things, but the icons are same, right? So you can just change the icons accordingly. Here you can add a password. So here I am adding a lock icon here, and for the email ID there will be an email icon available here, and for the mobile number also a phone icon is available. So now let's try to refresh our view and get the latest icons here. So let's make the browser small so that it will be flexible for us to open and close every time. So yes, we have designed our form, we have added the fields which we have required and app bar, everything. So let us try to add a button here so that we can fetch the user inputs, and here you can see two parameters are by default added to our button, and these are on pressed and child here. So on pressed is when you tap on the button, this particular method will be executed. So here we are declaring an anonymous method, and the child we can specify a text here. So inside the text widget we can specify something like submit, and just add a comma here, and inside this on press method we can specify the code to fetch the data from these text form fields. But here you can see that we have extended our class to be a stateless widget here, but we require controllers here to get the data out of these text form fields. So now let's try to add a controller here, name controller. So when you type controller you can see here text editing controller. So this particular controller we need to add in our code here. So after the decoration you can add the controller here. So name controller we have added here. So the same way create the other three controllers. So but the thing is that we are using a stateless widget here. We require a stateful widget to get the data out of our input fields here. So using stateless widget you can't refresh the state every time. So we will be adding a stateful widget now, and we'll be using the same name here, form, and it's simple. Now you can just cut everything available here and just add it inside our new widget, and you can just remove the previous code, and now our class is extending a stateful widget, and now we can make use of the set state here. So set state method we can make use of, and here let us try to print the name. So here we have specified a name, right? Like, so when you tap on a particular button which we have specified here, we can print the name. So name controller dot text dot to string here. So now let us try to save the code and open our browser. Here you can see a submit button, and type a name here, and here you can observe currently we don't have anything. I'm just deleting here, and when you tap on the submit button you can fetch the name which we have provided in this particular form field. So in the same way for the remaining fields you can try to add the controllers. You can pause the video and try it. So here add other three controllers here. So we are having password, controller, email, and mobile number. So these are the remaining three controllers here. So inside the text form field, after the input decoration, you need to add the controller here. So password controller here, and the same way with our email also, email controller. Make sure just you are adding the controller inside the form field only. Mobile number, controller, and now add three more print statements here, and change their names accordingly. Password controller, email, and mobile number controller. And now refresh the code. So here I'm just specifying some dummy password here, and some basic email which doesn't exist, and a phone number also here. So now try to observe here. We will be tapping on the submit button, and here you can see we got all the details which we have entered in our form here. So this is how we can design a web form, and also you can run the same code in a mobile application also. So now let us try to see how this particular code runs on an Android emulator here. So I'm just starting an emulator. So if you are a fresher and don't know how to create an emulator, do let me know in the comments. I will guide you in creating an emulator. So here now you can see our emulator is completely loaded. We are having three options here: Chrome, iOS simulator, and Android emulator. So select the Android emulator and try to run the code. Here you can see two tabs are created. So the first one, when you click on this, you can see the browser details are provided here, and when you tap on the second one, here you can see our Android emulator details are provided now. So when you select one more emulator like iOS simulator, one more tab will be created here. So the every emulator or simulator will have its own specific tab inside which the details regarding the application will be printed. So the launching details will be printed, and also the messages when you try to print any, like using print statements when you print. So these will be printed inside the run itself. So as a basic Android applications, you can find them in a Logcat here, but for Flutter we are getting them in a run window. So yes, our application is successfully loaded into the Android emulator, and here you can see side by side our Android app and the web browser. So you can see how exactly and how similar they are, and also I will show you how the thing works on the iOS. So using this Android emulator, you can also have a view. So go to the Flutter inspector here and select the platform to be iOS, and here you can see this is how our application will look like in iOS. So the basic difference you can observe is for iOS, the app bar title will be in the center, and for Android it will be on the left hand side here. So Flutter has provided this facility for us. So either you might be using an emulator or simulator, you can get the view of both versions. So yes, this is it for this tutorial, and I will be providing the complete code in the description section below. And if you are having any queries, do let me know in the comment section below. And if you like this tutorial, do like, share and subscribe to our channel for more interesting content on Flutter.